Hello?
Greetings, Martin. This is Francois. Are you still interested in dropping the archiving work? Passing it to somebody else?
Well, you know my opinion on those loads of old papers.
So how about you leave the archive for a while?
What's the deal? Another boring visit to the English border in search of some old books?
Not this time. Let's see. Year 1945. A freshly discovered German mine from around the end of war.
Are you for real? Where?
Western Bohemia.
When are we setting off?
Unfortunately, I'm not as young as I used to be. You'll have to go alone. But I can tell you more from over here. Are you free this afternoon?
Settled.
Good. Come as soon as possible. I'm relying on you, Martin.
Uncle's news was a bit mysterious, but that only made my curiosity grow. A new German mine. Now that's a discovery that doesn't take place every day. But why the haste? It's almost 5 now. Time to find out more.
Thank you for not being late. Things have accelerated.
I'm listening.
Only a few people know what I will tell you now, and that's how it must stay. Have you ever heard of the German war project, NiBiRu?
NiBiRu? The 12th planet? What's that got to do with the German?
Yes, the 12th planet. The German would have given anything for a technology that would help them out in their situation. Imagine what technology of another highly evolved race would mean to them.
But the 12th planet is just a myth.
Is that what you think? I too used to not believe, but that's unimportant now.
The important thing is that the Germans did believe.
And more than that, I've collected a lot of facts throughout the years, and I think that they weren't far from the goal. I have neither an idea where they got, nor what exactly they had discovered, but NiBiRu certainly is not just a myth.
Yes? Go on.
There's no time left now for me to clue you into all of my findings. However, NiBiRu does exist, I'm certain. But let's get to work. The information about the discovery comes from my contact in Prague. Everything has been arranged. You will go to Prague and meet her in the Charles Bridge.
What? Tonight? Her? That contact of yours, is she a woman?
Exactly. We have to act quickly. The permit for entering the site of discovery and all available information will be given to you over there.
This is quite a rush. What do you expect me to find there anyway?
I don't know yet. You see, towards the end of war, the Germans were hiding everything of value, so that the Allies wouldn't seize it. The results of their archaeological research has never been found. There is no lead as to where to look for them either. However, at the end of April 1945, Bohemia was in fact the only German-controlled territory.
How do I recognize this woman?
The Charles Bridge is a hectic place in the daytime, but you will arrive late at night when it's almost deserted. And she already has your picture. Everything has been settled. Her name is Barbara. The flight ticket is in the envelope in front of you. Martin, this might be big.
All right. I'll call you after I've arrived at the meeting place.
Good luck.
I left the mansion with little more information than I had when I came in. My uncle appears to be very confident about the whole thing, though. Let's set off to look for answers in the heart of Europe. I arrived in Prague late at night. A cab brought me downtown, and the Charles Bridge was just around the corner. I'm a bit late. Hopefully Barbara has been patient and is still waiting for me. Barbara is not here. Perhaps I arrived too late. St. Thomas's statue. A tourist. He's enjoying the night scenery. The stand hosts a half-finished crayon drawing. Nice work.
Ah, good evening, sir. Would you like a crayon portrait of yourself?
No, thanks. I'd just like to ask about something.
Oh, bien sûr. Just wait till I'm done with this painting, eh?
No problem, I'll wait.
A splendid evening, isn't it, sir?
Yes, very nice.
So, you're interested in my humble stand of art? Have a look at these beautiful paintings of Prague.
I'm afraid I'm interested in something else. You see, I'm looking for a woman from around here.
Love has brought you here, eh?
No, I can't say that. Rather, it's an important rendezvous.
Oh, you have chosen a very good place for such an opportunity, sir. And a warm night, I must say.
It's not what you think. We're just meeting here. In fact, we don't even know each other.
Pity, isn't it?
It seems I didn't arrive on time, though. She must have left already. She was supposed to wait right here by this statue. Didn't you happen to notice her?
You're right. I did catch a glimpse of a woman. Oh, naturally, not many women wander through here at such a late hour. She was standing here for nearly an hour, anxiously looking about.
I was supposed to meet her tonight. Can you tell me more?
Maybe. The trouble is, I got distracted by a man who came here a short while before the woman shows up. Huh?
A man?
A tourist, or maybe just someone taking a walk, I'm not sure. I'm not a detective, you see. But if you don't mind, I'd like to continue with my painting now.
I'd still like to talk about that woman. It's important.
Oh, all right, I'll tell you more. But you leave me to my work then, agreed? You've cost me a lot of time already.
Agreed. So, a few minutes before she turned up, a man came to your stand and wanted a portrait.
A strange person. Before I was able to finish the portrait, he left, and without paying. What insensitivity to art.
Look, my time is limited too. If I refund what you've lost on that portrait, will you tell me what I need to know?
Gladly, I'll even throw in the portrait itself. 500 crowns, and we've got a deal.
That's quite a sum of money, don't you think?
It's a good price. Was the portrait finished, it would cost you 1,000.
Okay, deal. Give me that painting and tell me what you know at last.
Very well. She was standing here for some time and seemed to be getting more and more anxious. Then she leaned against the Saint Thomas statue, and I could see she was writing something in a rather hurried manner. But before I turned again, she was gone.
Oh well. That doesn't exactly make me more aware of what happened.
You wanted to know everything I'd seen, and that's what you got.
Okay. Thanks anyway.
Enjoy the rest of the evening, sir.
The statue was restored in 1957. The pedestal is a massive block stone. I'll have a closer look. There was a piece of paper slid under the label. I couldn't wait any longer. Somebody knows everything. The professor will tell you where I live. Come see me there. I hope you will find this message, Barbora. Professor?
Yes, Martin? What's going on?
I've just arrived at the designated place, but Barbora isn't here. A painter saw her about an hour ago. She must have left already.
That's bad. You've got to meet her today. We don't have time to waste.
There's another thing, Professor. He told me she seemed quite anxious. In fact, it's possible that she was being followed. If you know anything that I don't, you'd better say it now.
Martin? You know everything that I could possibly tell you. You've got to trust me.
How is it possible that somebody was following her? Could anybody know that we were supposed to meet?
I have no idea. Hopefully it's a false alarm, or perhaps Barbora has just panicked. I think it would be best for you if you went directly to her apartment. That's about the only way to know what happened for sure. She lives in Tchaikovsky Street 52. Her complete name is Barbora Kenska. And hurry up.
All right, I'll set off right away. I called a cab and went to the house where Barbora lived. Hopefully she'll be home. Locked. Nobody is answering. There is no answer. Where could she be? I'll have to try another doorbell to get inside the house. Hopefully, somebody will be willing to open the door at this late hour. Good evening. I need to get inside the house, and it's locked. Can you let me in?
It's locked because it's late already. Who are you anyway?
My name is Martin Holen. I've come to see Miss Barbara Kanska. I need to talk to her right away. Would you open the door for me?
Mrs. Konska does live here, but I don't know you. I'm sorry, but I won't open the door. Come back when she's home.
Good evening. I'd like to ask whether you could open the door to the house for me. I must talk to Miss Barbara Kanska.
Do you even know what time it is? We lock the house so that people like you don't hang about causing trouble. If Barbara knows you, ring her bell.
But she isn't answering. Damn.
Who is it?
Pizza delivery for number 31.
At night? You think I'm crazy? I'm tired and I want to get some sleep. Leave me alone! By the way, there's no number 31 in here.
The delivery boy didn't exactly work out. Good evening. Can you open the door for me?
Why the hell are you ringing? It's bloody late.
I'm sorry. I've come to see Miss Kanska. Would you let me in? Hello? God damn it.
What do you want?
I urgently need to get inside your house to see Miss Kanska.
See Miss Barbora. Why don't you ring her bell then?
She isn't answering, but I believe she's home. We were supposed to meet this evening, but she didn't turn up. I've been trying for some time now. She should be home.
Oh, I certainly hope she's all right. I'll let you in immediately.
Thank you.
If there's anything wrong, please ring number 12 and let me know, okay?
I guess she's probably just fallen asleep. Don't worry.
Yes, hopefully it's just that. You're probably right. Okay, bye.
Bye. The worries might be justified, though. I've got a bad feeling about all this. The lodgers' letterboxes. I'll have a look. Here, I found it. Barbora Kanska, flat number 17, 5th floor. It's dark in here. I can't read most of the names. I can't see Barbora's letterbox here. Cards with messages for the lodgers. I can't see anything special. Taking the elevator will be faster. Number 17, that's it. Barbora's flat. I should ring the bell. I should ring the bell. The lights went out inside. There must be somebody in the flat. Strange. There's no answer. More than strange. I could
Quiet! There's people trying to sleep.
I need to find another way to get inside. Most of the messages bear a recent date. Cards with messages for the lodgers. Most of the messages bear a recent date. Oh, I missed this one the first time around. Please note. The keys to the attic are back in the highest floor by the fire extinguisher as usual. I can't see one step in front of me. I won't move. I felt the switch. Lots of cardboard boxes, empty glasses, and other junk. An old solid fuel stove. There's nothing in it. The wardrobe is supported by a few bricks. Something's rolled away into a hole between the boards. Ouch! Damn, a nail! Okay, let's do this carefully. A window covered with dust. I'll wrap the rag around my hand. I don't want to cut myself. There's a lot of money in it. I've taken some extra for the journey. I should remove the remaining pieces of glass. All the glass has been removed. All the glass has been removed. I'll try something. What happened? My head hurts like hell. I don't feel exactly great about this. And what's all this mess about? It lacks signal. Several blank sheets of paper and a half-drunk cup of coffee. I'll have a look inside. Perhaps somebody was trying to get to the stored data. It seems their attempts were futile, though. Oh no, not this. She's dead. What happened here? Why was she killed? What could she have known of such importance? There's some blood at the bottom. The murderer must have washed the blood off their hands. Its fur glitters nicely. The collar reads, Felix. Barbora's ID card. Barbora Kanska, ID 87, Central City Archive. That's it. This is the file. Yes, West Bohemia. I got it.
What news have you got, Martin?
The worst imaginable, I suppose. And things are getting worse as I'm speaking.
What's going on over there?
The police. I've got to speak fast, so listen carefully. When I finally got into the flat, somebody knocked me out before I could even take a look around. I only regained consciousness in the morning, and I found Barbora's body in the bathtub. She's dead.
What?
Yes.
That's awful. Okay, listen. There isn't much we can do. You've got to get out of there. Quick!
Definitely. I found the exact location of the mine in the computer, but obtaining the permission will be a problem.
I'll think of something. Just don't get distracted and leave the apartment right away. They mustn't find you there, or the whole plan would go down the drain.
You're right. I'll call you again after things cool off. They're here. I don't want to run into the police in the hall. Oh well, I have no other choice than to leave by the window. I set off to the building where Barbora worked. Central City Archive. It's Martin.
I was getting anxious waiting for your call. It seemed like you were taking forever.
Well, I couldn't ring you any earlier. I barely avoided detection.
And where are you now, anyway?
I went straight to the Central Archive where Barbora worked. It seemed like the best thing to do.
Good idea. Her death is a shock to me. It's terrible. But we mustn't stop.
I wasn't able to find the things that she was supposed to give me in her apartment. How do I obtain the permission to enter the mine now? I can't possibly arrive and just waltz in.
That you certainly can't. I'm told the site is now guarded by soldiers. They found a couple of old mines from the war. Getting access is now an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, there's no way I can help you from over here. You'll definitely need the report on the discovery. With that, you'll go to the State Institute of Care of Historic Monuments and get a new permission to enter the site.
That won't be easy, though. I have no data for such a report.
Get into Barbora's office. You might be able to find what you need over there. You could even find the permission form she was supposed to give you. Who knows? You'll have to manage the rest on your own, Martin. Good luck.
Thanks, I'll call when I've learned something new. Central City Archive. Good morning. Good morning! Perhaps he can't hear me.
Excuse me, sir. Where do you think you're going? Do you have a visitor's card?
No, I'm afraid I don't have one.
Well, are you an announced visitor?
No, I'm not. I mean,
In that case, I can't let you in. Only employees can enter. No exceptions.
I understand.
Please, step back.
It's not what you think. I've come to see a friend of mine. The appointment has been arranged.
I've got no visits listed for today. And that's how things work around here. Every visit has to be announced in advance. And who is this person you've come to see anyway?
Barbora Kanska. I'm supposed to wait for her in her office. She even gave me her ID card in case I arrived before she did.
Let's see that card then. The card looks valid, but I still can't let you in. I have a bad feeling about this.
So what do you want me to do?
Well, I already told you. Every visitor must be announced in advance. Please, arrange an official appointment.
But it's not like I can do that given Miss Kanska is not present.
Sorry, those are the rules. You can wait for her here. Now, if that's all, I'd like to get back to solving my puzzle.
Right. Would you have a minute?
You, again? I told you what you need to do to get inside. Arrange a formal visit, or wait here with me until Miss Barbara shows up.
Well, I don't have much time.
There is nothing I can do about that.
He won't let me in. Good morning. Can you hear me?
What? Leave me alone, young man.
May I ask you something?
I say mind your own business. I can't hear you anyway.
This is a waste of time. He's deaf as a rock. Damn! What was that? Don't you know this is dangerous? I mean, throwing this stuff at people.
No, not really. But you are fine though, aren't you?
Yes, but
See?
who gave you those firecrackers?
My father?
Come on.
Okay, okay. It was my brother. In fact, he doesn't know I've bought them.
Listen, why don't you give them to me?
No? Why should I?
Right. How about I give you something in return?
In return? Like what?
I'm not sure. Would chewing gum do?
Not interested. You need to go fancier than that.
I'll think of something, but stop throwing that, all right?
Fine. I'll wait here for a bit.
Would you care for a colorful marble?
If it's real nice, then I do.
It's quite big, and there's a little star in the middle.
Okay, dear. The firecrackers were starting to bore me anyway. Nobody ever comes here. I'll house them down in a bucket, and you will put some marble in it, okay?
Agreed.
Wow, this is nice. Thanks. I must leave. I want to show it to my brother.
All right, see ya.
Bye!
He can't hear a single word. I'll leave him alone. I have nothing to light the firecracker with. He can't hear a single word. I'll leave him alone. Good morning. I'd like a box of matches.
Will that be all?
Yes, thanks.
2 crowns.
I don't want to set them off. This should warrant a bit of attention for me.
Oh, great! They're flying away! Crazy birds, if one cares to feed them.
Hello, how are you?
Quite okay, I suppose.
May I talk to you now?
Sure, but why do you shout like that?
What? You can hear me? I mean, you can hear me fine.
Well, when I put on my earpiece, I can hear you as if I were young again. What do you want, anyway?
Do you come here often?
Yeah, pretty often. In fact, I come here every day when the weather's good. I have nothing to do anyway. But I don't recall seeing you around here before.
Yes, I just need to check something out in the archives.
Then you're speaking to the right person. I can give you advice. I worked 30 years as a doorman in there, you see. And my nephew took the job after I retired.
Right. It is possible that you could help me.
Okay, what's the trouble?
You know how things work when it comes to entering the building.
You bet I do. It's certainly not like anybody can just simply march in, you know?
And that happens to be my problem, too.
Well, I suppose I could get you in, but I'm not going to help you for nothing.
So, how much do you want?
Oh my, who's talking about money? I don't want money. I'm playing cards with a couple of friends tonight, but I don't feel like going to the store to buy wine. My legs aren't what they used to be. Get me a bottle of red wine. None of that cheap stuff. A fancy brand if you can.
I'll get hold of something and we'll see.
Sounds good, son.
I see you also sell boxed wine. Would you have something bottled, too?
No, I'm afraid that's all we have.
Fine, I'll have this one then.
28 crowns.
Thanks.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Ah, nice day to you too.
Ah, you're some joker. Huh. Actually, it was nice until that bang woke me up. What the hell was that anyway?
Just a firecracker.
Little brats causing trouble again, eh? I guess a good spanking wouldn't help. I really need to get a smoke. Don't you have one?
No, I don't smoke.
Well, then there's not much to talk about then. But there's a tobacco stand over there. Why don't you buy me a pack, eh?
What am I getting in return?
Well, probably nothing. But you definitely improve my mood. Man, I really got to light one up. Come on, don't be a cheapskate.
Well, I don't know.
Another bloody day then. Look, just leave me alone.
I'd like a pack of cigarettes, please.
What brand?
It doesn't matter. Something under 50 crowns?
Okay, here. 45 crowns.
Here, I brought you those cigarettes.
Great, thanks. You're a lifesaver. A good brand, too. Now I owe you. If you need anything, just ask.
I noticed those wine bottles on the windowsill.
Yeah, and I wish they were full.
I could use one.
What? You want an empty bottle from a beggar? Man, I knew instantly you'd be a riot. Take whichever one you want. I owe you for those smokes anyway.
I don't need anything from him. I'll pour the wine into the bottle with care. I've poured the wine from the paper box into the bottle. It looks as if I've just bought it. I've got the wine I promised to bring. Quality brand, as you wished.
Oh, right. This is a nice one, too.
I didn't save on it.
Very well. We have a deal. I suppose it's my turn to return the favor. Here, take this. It's my old employee's ID card. Show it to my nephew in the front. He'll know.
Is that it?
Yes.
All right, thanks.
Jesus, will you leave me alone?
Calm down. I'm told I need to give you this, that you know what it means?
Let's see. Aha, that's a different story then. Very well, listen. Go anywhere you want. But if you cause any trouble, I'll swear I haven't seen you in my life. Is that clear?
Perfectly.
Miss Kanska's office is in the basement, door number 24. And I hope you won't spend the whole day in there.
A notepad. The pages are blank. There seems to be traces of ballpen embossed text on the paper. It could use some watering. A common office printer. Drawers for storing documents. It would take forever to find something in these. That reminds me of something. That can't be done with an unsharpened pencil. That can't be done. Felix, Barbora's pet. It is an ordinary pencil sharpener. The text is quite legible now. Some numbers. D3-7422. The drawer is locked. A small key was hidden under the flower pot. The stamp of the Central Archive. Input code. I'll skim through Barbora's email. This looks interesting. The State Institute of Care of Historic Monuments, from Peter Nadol. Probably the person who sent the report form to Barbora. I'll print out a copy. The report now fulfills all prerequisites. Tube post. It will look up and deliver any document from the archive according to an assigned code. I don't know the necessary code. The system took several minutes to deliver the document. I didn't know what Barbora had stored in the archive. That made my waiting even longer. It seemed to take forever. Maybe this is what Barbora's murderer was looking for. The original NiBiRu project documentation from 1943. codename NI.BI.RU. Created March 15th, 1936. Section: Application of New Technologies, Weapons Systems. Location: Kohnstein, Nordhausen. Officer in charge of the research: G. Malmström. Deputy Officer in charge of the research: D. Romhart. Scientific staff count: 7 men. Military staff count: 12 men. Project scope: research of the possibility of contact of extraterrestrial entities with the ancient Mayan and Sumerian civilizations. Analysis of new metals and other materials found on archaeological sites in Mexico and their utilization in new weapon technologies. The professor was right. The Germans were closer than anybody could have imagined. A vending machine. I'm not thirsty at the moment. At last, lunch break is over and the bureau is open. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
My name is Martin Hollen, and I'm with the International Archaeological Organization. I need to have a permission slip validated to enter a site of historical discovery.
What kind of discovery, and where is it located?
Western Bohemia. That's all I can tell you.
Hush, hush. What's this all about then? Well, you need to fill in these 2 forms and I'll queue up your application.
But you see, I need that validation slip immediately. I can't wait until tomorrow. Isn't there something I could do to speed things up?
I'm afraid not. There are many applications, and we are required to not make any exceptions.
So when would my application be processed?
Not before tomorrow, but more likely the day after tomorrow.
I can't possibly wait that long.
I understand, but there's no other way. So, do you want those forms?
No thanks. I'll come back later.
All right, then.
can I have your call card?
Oh, sure. Feel free to take one.
Thanks. I have to find another way to get the permission validated without all those forms. I don't need anything from him.
What can I do for you, sir?
We talked about a permission slip validation, Western Bohemia.
Oh, yes, I remember that. You've come in to fill the forms, right?
Well, I really need to have this dealt with fast, and I definitely can't wait until tomorrow. Couldn't I just walk into the office next door and get the single necessary stamp?
Like I've already told you, you'll have to follow the rules. Besides, Mr. President is too busy today. And we don't make exceptions, sir.
No exceptions. Got it.
Listen, I've got work to do. You need anything else?
No, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
I could use some information. Don't you happen to know a young woman who works in this building right here behind you? About 25, slim, blonde.
Yeah, I probably know the one you mean. What about her?
Which car does she drive to work in?
Well, since it's you and with all the smokes and all, why wouldn't I tell? She's got a silver Mercedes. Always parks it around the corner here.
And the license plate number?
You're kidding, right? What am I, a PI? What do I care about license plate numbers?
A silver Mercedes?
Yeah, and try not to get your ass kicked. She's probably got the car from that jerk who waits for her here from time to time.
Well, I'm not going to try to get a date, but I'll watch out anyway, thanks. It's not too likely that she was able to afford this out of her own salary. It's not too likely. The license plate number is 1A7-1537.
Historic Monuments Care. Good morning. How can they help you?
Good morning, miss. Prague Water Supply and Sewerage here. We've come across a small problem. Maybe you can help us.
Well, this is the President's secretary. What's the trouble?
We need to get inside a sewer right next to your building, but there's a vehicle parked over it. They gave me this number. Wouldn't you happen to know whom the car belongs to? It's a Mercedes.
A Mercedes? That's my car! What's the license plate number?
1A7 1537.
Jesus Christ, that's my car!
What a pleasant coincidence.
I hope the car is all right. I've only had it for a couple of months.
Don't worry, miss. We've barely touched it. But could you come down and repark?
I can't leave the office right now. Is it absolutely necessary?
Yes, we've got work to do, and having the vehicle towed away might waste a lot of time.
Towed away? Oh, wait, hold on. I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, we'll wait for a bit, but please don't delay us unnecessarily.
No, I won't. I'm coming right away. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Bye. Good morning.
Excuse me, but who let you in? I have no time for a personal appointment today. Mr.
Holen. Martin Holen. I apologize for disturbing you, but the door was open, so I entered.
How come my secretary even allowed you to enter? I distinctly said I didn't want to be disturbed.
Well, there was nobody in the office.
Really? Those are explicit instructions. Well, I'll have to handle that later. Let's get to why you're here. Why have you come to see me?
I'm with the International Archaeological Organization and need your authority to validate a permission to enter a site in western Bohemia where a German mine from around the end of World War II was uncovered. I've got the report on the discovery right here.
Oh, yes. I've heard something about that already. Tell me more.
I'm afraid to disappoint you, but I only know as well what's in the report. You see, I've been studying the war for some time now. I'm very interested in that particular period, and Peter wanted me to go have a look. I'm supposed to learn the details at the site.
Peter Nebel?
Yes. Do you know him?
We went to the same school. I remember him from a few of the bars and drinkfests we hung out in. Why haven't you applied for the validation approval formally?
You see, I'm going to visit my uncle in France. Peter's call was pretty much unexpected, and I promised I'd check out the site before I left.
Oh, I understand. Trouble is, I have no idea if that permission will do you any good.
How do you mean?
I got a call yesterday. They're afraid the corridors might be undermined. We asked for an explosive squad to investigate the whole area.
You know what havoc people outside our field can wreak before we even get to the site?
You're right. At any rate, I'll validate your permission form. Just one condition. I'd like you to call me when you're finished over there. Oh, and say hello to Peter from me.
Gladly. Thank you. I rented a car and set off directly to the location where the mine had been discovered. A lot of thoughts were running through my mind on the way. Soon, the silhouette of the forest emerged on the horizon.
Halt! What are you doing here? Civilians have no business here.
I'm from the Historic Monuments Institute, and I have the necessary permission.
Another archaeologist? Weren't you supposed to back off until our people clear the area?
Not quite. There's a couple of details left to be checked out.
Okay, wait here. I'm going to call my commander. Sir, there's a man demanding entry to the location. No civilians are allowed to enter the site at this point. He says he has permission. Oh, does he? Let's see it then. Well, I'm not delighted, but it seems everything's okay with your papers. You're free to move around the camp, but nowhere else. Especially not the mine. Until that area is explored properly, nobody's going down there. Understood?
Yes.
You'll find your colleague down that path over there on the bridge.
Colleague?
He arrived after all the other archaeologists had left. Don't you know about him?
Oh, of course. I remember now. I'll speak to him.
Do what you have to, but don't forget what I said.
This isn't looking good. Getting into the mine won't be easy. I'll have a look around and see what I can do. What are those old maps?
That's none of your business.
Could you spare a minute to answer a few questions?
Well, okay, go ahead, but make it quick. We expect the explosive people to arrive tomorrow, and I need to have a working plan by 1700.
Sure, I don't have much to ask about anyway. You see, my report on what happened here isn't exactly comprehensive.
I'll tell you the brief version, and I'll tell it once, so listen carefully. The discovery was made by the workers preparing the construction of a new speedway. The next day, one of them found the first mine. A couple more followed. They called your institute to report about their findings. Your people called us and backed off, so now we're taking over. Tomorrow, an explosive squad will arrive from Kazlav. Until then, access to certain areas is restricted. What will that do for you?
Yeah, I think so. He wouldn't tell me more anyway. I won't disturb you any longer.
Make sure not to forget what I've told you. Nobody is permitted to enter the mine.
Of course.
Seeing people fly around is the last thing I want. Now leave me to my work. Those plans are not intended for civilian eyes.
I barely had a look.
Well, you better not have another one.
They're edible, but I have no use for them. Greetings, I've just arrived from Prague to take a look at the discovery. You're not uniformed. Who are you?
I'm a historian, yes? My name is Peter. Peter Stashik.
Martin Holland. I'm guessing by your accent I'd say you're not Czech, right?
Well, no, I'm German, but my father is Czech. I had lived in Germany with my mother, but after I finished my studies, I stayed here.
Oh, we have something in common then. What university were you in?
Charles University in Prague, but That was a long time ago. I don't want to talk about it.
All right, let's turn the page. How long have you been around the camp?
Not very long. I arrived this morning.
And the others before you?
The others?
You know, the others from the State Institute of Care of Historic Monuments.
Oh, yes, the others. I got delayed in the city and came here as the last one. By the time I arrived, everyone had left. Except for those damn soldiers, of course.
Strange that you didn't have to leave with the others. Very strange indeed. Why do I have this feeling that he isn't telling me everything? So, why did you stay?
What do you mean, why? I didn't want the grunts to destroy everything. They don't understand anything. And I want to be around when they enter in the mine.
I need to get in there too, and as soon as possible.
Let's see. Maybe we could help each other out. The Major won't even hear about entering the mine again.
You've already been inside?
Yes, I have, but only for an hour or so. The Major came to show me out. No orders, he said, and wouldn't answer any questions.
So it appears we're in the same boat.
Yes, indeed. Can't possibly leave the discovery to them. They don't even know what they're dealing with.
Give me some time. I'll have a look around and see what can be done.
Good idea. Come back later. I'm sure we can work something out.
Agreed. There's something about him I don't quite like. However, we do share the same goal, and two is more than one. I'll return when I've learned more. The color is peeling off. Other than that, the trailer looks livable. Locked.
Halt! Who are you and what are you doing here?
I just arrived from Prague.
Right, I was told so on the radio.
I've come to finish something off.
Try to do it before the explosives folks show up.
The Major told me everything already. Where are the mines?
Something was in front of the entrance, but there might be more inside. We secured what we could, the rest is up to them. We guard the surroundings before they arrive. There might be something even outside.
I certainly hope I'm not going to stumble upon a mine myself.
This isn't fun. A lot of ammo from the war is still live.
Of course, I'll keep my eyes open. What's inside the mine, anyway?
It's you who should know that. Your people were here even before us.
Well, yes, but I'm here for the first time myself.
Better ask your colleague. I'm just on guard around here.
Anything you can tell me saves me time.
I was only there when we were installing the lights in the first section, that's all.
In the first section?
Damn, we're not supposed to talk about it. I said nothing, okay?
The Major was looking at some old plans. Is that related somehow?
Listen, I have zero incentive to continue to talk about this. Go do your job and let me do mine.
Fair enough. Bye. Will you at least let me have a peek into the mine? I'll just take a brief look around and I'll be right back.
No way. The order is nobody enters the mine, annoying historians included. Go away, will you?
I have official permission to enter the mine. Let me in.
You can just forget about that. The permission only covers the surroundings of the mine.
How can I do my job if you don't let me inside? I've come only to explore this spot.
Were you even listening? Nobody can go inside until the area has been secured.
Calm down. I don't want any trouble.
Good for you. Now go away.
He won't let me get any further than the entrance. I have to think of another way to get inside. The Major said something about mines lying around. The place doesn't seem dangerous to me, but do you know something more?
Well, it's true. The workers found something while digging in the mine. Not much, but the Major assumes there's more under the ground. That's why they're here, waiting for the experts.
Who actually owns these trailers, anyway?
Construction engineers left them here. Likely they couldn't tow them away in time.
So the one over there is free as well.
It's yours if you need it. I don't think anyone will mind you borrowing it. At least, I didn't ask anybody, and nobody asked me about it either.
Good. That old cabin behind the trailer, what's inside it?
Oh, the cabin. What are you looking for around there?
Nothing really, just asking.
Certainly nothing you should be sticking your nose in.
Why, what's going on with you?
I'm okay, you see, there's nothing in the cabin, so why talk about it?
All right then. It's just an old cabin anyway.
Exactly.
Why would he get this nervous all of a sudden? This Major, what kind of a man is he?
I don't know, I only spoke with him a bit when I arrived. He asked a lot more questions than I would have liked. A soldier, you know.
Tell me more about the mine. What's inside?
Like you already heard, I didn't have much time to explore it. There's a system of hollowed corridors, some of them still supported by beams, some collapsed.
Is that it? Just corridors? Surely the professor wouldn't have sent me here only to have a look at a hole in the ground. There has to be more than just corridors.
Well, not quite. There's a steel door at the end, going on even further. Damn, I can't keep my mouth shut. I shouldn't have told you.
What? Why?
Well, not yet. You'll get to know more when the time is right.
Why all these secrets? It seems to me he knows a lot more than he admits. We have nothing to talk about. Strange, he resembles the man in the picture I bought. It's hard to say. The drawing isn't finished. How's it going?
Today's all right. Yesterday was worse. A heavy rain all night. And who do you think was on guard duty, huh? What are you doing here anyway?
Nothing special, really. Just taking pictures for the record.
Sounds pretty boring, but you better stop talking to me now. The Major might not like it.
I have nothing to talk about with him.
Look, let me get to work. I don't have any time for your questions.
I'm sorry, I won't be stalling you any longer.
Good. I hope not.
There is nothing to talk about. I've had a look around and don't know yet how to get into the mine. It isn't going to be easy. One of the soldiers is standing right in front of the entrance.
Yes, I know he has his orders and won't leave his post, not even for a minute. It's probably better if we wait for the night. There's not much we can do now. I was thinking while you were having a look at the entrance, I know how we both could get inside.
Both? Well, that's going to be even more conspicuous.
Well, I have a plan, and together we can pull it off. So, are you interested?
I don't find the idea to be a great one. It can't be trusted. But it seems I have no other choice. All right, I'm listening. No matter how little I trust Stashik, his plan just might work out. Besides, I don't have a plan of my own. We've agreed on outsmarting the guard by the entrance to the mine. It didn't seem at all hopeless, and night was closing in quickly. One thing I couldn't get off my mind, though. What possible reason could he have for helping me get into the mine? I didn't get up until after midnight and slipped into the darkness of the forest. The light in the trailer was on exactly like we had arranged. The silence of the night was interrupted only by the sounds of night creatures.